Hola, soy yo, Vicky, otra vez. It's me, Vicky, again. And in today's video, en el video de hoy, estamos otra vez in Break the Language Barrier Level 1. We're in Break the Language Barrier Level 1. We are on page 26, for those of you who have the book. If you don't have the book, it doesn't matter. You can still get something out of the video. If you are coming into these videos and you don't know anything about the verb estar or you're a complete beginner, you need to go back to video 1, okay? In this playlist, you'll find it in the playlist because everything is a progression. So although you don't really need the book, you can work through the videos without the book. You need to really go in sequence. If you have the book, as I say, we're on page 26. As you know, all the answers are in the book. So the purpose of these videos is not really to give you the answers. The answers are there in the book, but it's to practice the pronunciation and maybe explain a few little things that might have come up as you were doing the exercise. So we're looking at the verb estar at the moment, and there was this section 13 on page 26, is explaining about adjectives describing words, how we have to make them masculine or feminine to match up with the noun. And if you have been following my course, you will have done a similar exercise as this, but using the verb ser. At the moment, we're concentrating on the verb estar, so there is no ser in this exercise. So basically, again, let me just explain that if you're describing something masculine, for example, the examples that are given here in the book, el chico está cansado. The boy is tired. So tired is cansado. We will use a no on the end because a boy is masculine. I don't know what they're making of all the new transgender, sorry, I don't mean to say new, but, the emphasis on sort of neutral gender pronouns. I don't think there's anything you can do about that in Spanish. So the boy is tired. El chico está cansado. But la chica, the girl, está cansada. And this doesn't only apply to people, this applies to objects. So the car is dirty, el coche está sucio, but the house is dirty, la casa está sucia, because casa is feminine. And also we have to make our adjectives, our describing words, plural. So the boys are tired would be los chicos están cansados, with an S. The girls are tired would be las chicas están cansadas. And the boys are, the cars are dirty. Los coches están sucios. And the houses are dirty. Las casas están sucias. There's quite a lot to think about. And something that I always say to my students, though, is don't obsess about this from the beginning, because it takes a little while to get into the swing of this. There'll be times you'll use a no instead of an A, or an A instead of an O, or you'll forget the S. You'll still be understood. So don't obsess about it as far as conversation is concerned. Obviously, in the exercises, we've got time to think about things. We try and get things right. When you're out there in the big bad world trying to have a conversation in Spanish, don't fixate on whether you should be using masculine, feminine, etc., because otherwise it would just hold up the whole conversation, and in the end you won't be able to say anything. You have to sort of accept that you're going to make mistakes. You will make mistakes. It's part of learning. If you have a mixture of nouns that are masculine, a masculine noun and a feminine noun, like if you were saying John and Jane are married, so the masculine takes the precedence. Sorry, ladies, that's just the way it is. John y Jane están casados. Okay, so that's plural, but it's masculine, even though it's a man and a woman. Okay, so let's look at practice A. So that's the purpose of was to practice this the verb estar and the adjectives. Maybe learn a little bit of new vocabulary. So I'll read the sentence in English for those of you who don't have the book. I read the sentence in English first. You could pause the video, have a think about it, see how you would translate it. Then I'm going to say it. I won't pause because you can pause the video. I don't have to leave a gap. And see if you get it right. If you don't have the book and you'd like to buy the book, Break the Language Barrier, all my Break the Language Barrier books are available on any Amazon site or can be ordered through me, through the website. Send me a message. It's free delivery. Amazon's not free delivery unless you have Prime, I suppose. But if you want to get one delivered free to your door, you can do it through me if you don't miss. So they're €15 if you order through me on Amazon. The prices vary because it depends on the site, and it might be dollars, or it might be euros, or it might be pounds. Vale, numero uno. The doors and windows are open. The doors and windows are open. Doors are puertas. Windows are ventanas, both feminine. So here, now's the time to pause it if you want to have a go at translating it, because I'm going to give the answer. So we'll have las puertas y ventanas están sucias. So we've got feminine and plural all the way through. Número dos. The floor in her house is never dirty. It certainly isn't my house, I'm afraid. I wish it was true. Okay, now's the time to pause. The floor in her house is never dirty. So it's el suelo en su casa nunca está sucio. So suelo is masculine. You may have used piso. Piso really is the floor. You know, which floor do you live on? Maybe you can use it in this context. I personally would use suelo. El suelo en su casa nunca está sucia. You can also say no está sucio, sucio. No está sucio nunca. It's easier to put the nunca first. Numero tres, always tricky. The people are very angry. The people are very angry. Time to pause if you're trying to do these. So the people, if you use la gente, it's la gente, feminine and singular. So it would be la gente está muy enfadada. You may have used enojada. That is more South American. Here in Spain, we tend to use enfadada, but of course it depends what, you know, maybe you're learning Spanish in America, so then you will be better off with enojada. Okay, número cuatro. We are very sad because they are ill. So, estamos muy tristes. We are very sad. Triste doesn't change for masculine or feminine, but it does become plural. Estamos muy tristes because they are ill, porque están. Now, as far as we don't know if these are men or women, if we knew for certain they were women, all of them, we would say enfermas. But we don't, so we're going to use the masculine because, as far as we know, they may be masculine or there may be a combination. So, estamos muy tristes porque están enfermos. Número cinco. At last, the kitchen is clean. This is be a bit of a concentration on cleaning. It's just like an ongoing nightmare, isn't it? Well, for me anyway, because I just feel like I'm always cleaning something. Por fin, at last. The kitchen is clean. La cocina está limpia, because cocina is feminine. Sorry if that's a bit sort of sexist, not my fault. So, por fin la cocina está limpia. Número 6. Yous, plural yous, are always happy on Fridays. Yous are always happy on Fridays. Time to pause if you're trying to do it as you go. So, estáis, that's the plural, the the verb estar in the plural form. Estáis siempre felices. Now, you could say siempre estáis felices as well. You can put the siempre more or less anywhere you want, really. Siempre estáis felices or contentos. Feliz doesn't change for masculine or feminine. Contento does, but in this case, we'd use the masculine because we don't know if they're men or women. So, estáis siempre o siempre estáis felices o contentos los viernes. Número 7. Pedro is married, but Carmen is divorced. So we've got a man and a woman. So, Pedro is married. Pedro está cansado, but Carmen is divorced. Pero Carmen está divorciada. So, the Pedro description is masculine and the Carmen is feminine. Pedro está casado, so similar to tired. Pedro está casado, pero Carmen está divorciada. Okay, número 8. The chair is free at the moment. So the chair is la silla. Esta is. Now, when we say free, if something's free as in don't have to pay for it, that's gratis. But if you're saying it's free in the sense it's not occupied, that's libre. So, la silla está libre en este momento o de momento. Número 9. I am more comfortable in my old shoes. So, I am more comfortable. Estoy más cómodo or cómoda. I would say cómoda. I'm a woman. Estoy más cómodo o cómoda en mis zapatos viejos. In my old shoes. So, zapatos are masculine. En mis zapatos viejos. Número 10. They are not comfortable with the situation. So, as far as we know, these are either male or a mixture of masculine and feminine. We don't know they're feminine, so we use the masculine. No están cómodos con la situación. No están cómodos con la situación. Número 11. Are you ill? ¿Estás enfermo? Número 12. Maria has a cold, but Paco is fine. So Maria is feminine, obviously. Maria is a woman, presumably. Maria está resfriada. Maria está resfriada, pero Paco está bien. Número 13. Maite y Dulce are both very happy in their work. Well, if you don't know, Maite and Dulce are both women's names or girls' names. So, Maite y Dulce están los dos muy felices o contentas en su trabajo. And also for both, you can use las dos, or you can use ambas. So if you use, because they're both women, ambos is for both when it's men or mixture of, masculine or a mixture of masculine and feminine. But because these are both ladies, so we've got Maite y Dulce, están las dos or ambas muy felices o muy contentas en su trabajo. Número 14. We are uncomfortable today because we are cold. So, estamos incómodos hoy, or you could say no estamos cómodos if you want to say it that way. Estamos incómodos or no estamos cómodos hoy, today, because we are cold. Now, if you've been when we're talking about feeling cold in Spanish, we use the verb tener. We have cold. So, estamos incómodos hoy porque tenemos frío. We have cold, not we are cold. Número 15. They are angry with us today. Ellos están, or just están, for the they are. Angry, enfadados or enojados, if you're in America, South America, con nosotros hoy. So, ellos están or just están enfadados or enojados con nosotros hoy. Okay, how did you do? Let me know how you did in comments. And if you've got any queries, if there's anything you got differently and you don't understand why, please ask me the question, because it could be just the question that somebody else is asking. Vale, so gracias por mirar. Thank you for watching. I hope your Spanish is coming on nicely. Please don't forget to like the video if you found it useful and give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel and you want to subscribe, please do. If you feel like it, it's completely free. You don't pay anything. It just helps me out a lot with the YouTube. What do you call it? I can't remember the name of what it helps me out with, but anyway, it does help me out. YouTube like it if I get some thumbs ups or comments, or obviously the more subscribers the better. But anyway, thank you for watching. Gracias por mirar. Te veo muy pronto en el algorithms. That was the word I was looking for. It helps me with the YouTube algorithms. So gracias por mirar. Te veo muy pronto en el próximo video. Y hasta entonces, until then, que tu Dios vaya contigo. May your God go with you. Gracias.